It's hard work, work, oh yeah, yeah. Hard work, work Thursday morning. It's hard work, work watching sisters. It's hard work, 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 work. Girl, this episode's so bad we had to start off with the Negro spiritual tea. Because here we are with Andy and her adulterer in her apartment. Why are you here? Because you took his $250,000. If you had given it back, he might have moved on. But here's the thing. When you get with the man that's married, don't be surprised when he ain't poop. Why are you treating me like this? The way you treated me? The way you treated his wife and children when you knew you were taking time away from them with someone else's husband. See, again, this could all be avoided with you just staying in your own bed or finding someone single. I mean, heck, Paris, you got to deal with his mama, but I wouldn't advise that either, actually. Just find an independent man. Maybe get out of Atlanta. So she says, look, I'll give you your little money tomorrow, but I got a man coming over. You invited a man? Yes. I want some Paris beans. This fool gonna say I need you now more than ever after you done cussed this heifer out 80 ways from Sunday. You don't want her. I don't think you want women. Oh my God. He gonna say it can't end like this. I didn't say it was ending. You wanna keep this going after this fool done got you put out? That's deep idiot. Not idiot, idiot. You gotta put a J in there. So while they're having their repetitive Tyler Perry argument, Andy gets a text message, Gary snatches the phone in Tyler Perry fashion, and then there's a little scuffle, and give me the phone, open the phone! And Andy's, oh. I mean, you knew, like, I don't know why you thought he was fecal matter, but I guess it's because you're an idiot. Idiot. Theme song, shimmy. Going out tonight, 'cause I hate the show. So, child, now Paris show up when she opened the door for Gary to leave, because she like, look, So Gary says, I'm staying, and you. Oh, child, now we got a skirmish. Paris versus Gary. But you know Andy's stupid self is going to end up back in Gary's arms because she loves an adulterer and a poor choice. My goodness, this man got kids. At least the one with his mama ain't got no kids. You taking this man away from his kids. He got a special needs baby. And he tooling around with you. He need to be focusing on them kids. Did the mama even survive? Her bad acting didn't, definitely. That was dead on arrival. Girl, her and Karen are just alike, having these worthless men fighting for them. All this, stop. Girl, you can't get in there and help your man. Oh my goodness, this is the worst fight choreography I've ever seen. Oh God, now, they call her Meg the Stallion on Twitter, but, Karina, the assistant heifer, she come home looking for Zach after her night out with the heifers. I mean, are they really sisters? They don't like each other. Well, they don't like themselves. You can tell that by their poor choices. So she calls Zach, and he's at the house putting in his sweat equity. So she's like, come over, and he said, I'm just gonna work through the night, because, he's stressed up in his chest about the thought of somebody else feeling up upon her breasts. But you just broke up with Karen from the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. I guess he would be jealous now. He finally is like, ooh, I actually have a pair to play with. He's like, can we talk tomorrow? She's like, so you're really not coming? You ain't getting no D tonight. You're gonna have to be like the bank heifer and get it out from under your dust bunny bed. Dust bunny puss. Who does that? Well, the bank heifer, clearly. And then also, if you're going to use a shared toy and it's not coming out of a silk case, you really just reached up under her bed and said, I'll get a dust bunny in my bussy. Ooh, nasty. Nasty. Most foul. Oh. So we shoot back over to Andy, and she finally breaks up the fight and says, go, Gary, the police are on their way, go. I Yes, because you're Tyler Perry actors. You don't care about motivation. You don't care about scene study. You definitely don't care about wardrobe. Girl, you saying we're done. We're done. She done told you that. So after Andy and Paris kick out Greg, we got Karen sneaking in, waking up the preacher man. Lord, so he talking about love, and Karen's like, love? Love? Well, I mean, why are you with him? If that ain't where you want to get to. Oh, God, now we back at Andy's house, and she's treating his little strained wrist with some ice. Are you okay? Your dress isn't. Your dress isn't. It's Oyster Tuesday in the Rogers house. Look at how big this oyster is. So Andy sent Paris on home because she ain't ready to give up Greg, and he trying to talk some sense into her. And he's like, really? Well, you know she's an idiot and truly a tramp, an adulterous tramp. It's sisters with oysters. Across town at the Braxton Hybrids, I don't know why the cowboy on the couch, but Danny come over to, I guess, get her some. Oh, Lord. So he telling her, honey, you could have the hepatitis from your bussy connoisseur. And he also don't want to be called the white boy no more. He's like, are we in a relationship or am I just your fetish? You are, Blanche. You are. But only because the Braxton Hybrid is incapable of being in a relationship with anyone. So don't take it personal. It's just one of those heifers that Tyler Perry writes. Just one of those characters with no plot line. I'm tired of watching this show, but there ain't nowhere to go, so don't take it personal. He said, I ain't licking your bussy. He said he just went for the bus when you was out all day. Nasty is as nasty eats. Oh, Lord, now we at Sissy Reese's house. The big bone Sissy. I don't know why he has on a sleeping cap when he ain't got hair follicle to first. Oh, God, it's the bank heifer that was banging on his door. Oof. I don't feel like being bothered with her or this show. Oh, she upset because she saw him out with another heifer. Her thin sissy who shares her vibrator. So she don't want to commit. I mean, if you've shared a vibrator, ain't that commitment already? Especially, you know, you sharing back to front. That's commitment. She said, Maurice, why do you make everything so simple? He said, you're simple, and you are a simple girl. You are simple Simon Metapimon. She said, I'm staying over, rub my feet. He said, if you don't get out my house, I ain't that kind of sissy. Oh, and now she sees Maurice has been taking care of himself since he whooped old boy's ass. So he tell her I beat his ass. Girl, he got the video footage of the butt whooping at the bank on his computer. I can't. Ooh, I wonder if they gonna see that he did. That would be funny. Okay, so girl. Sabrina's like, he's still laying there. He said, well, so was I. That's what happens after a butt beating. She said, what if he's dead? He said, rest in peace. Oh, no, rest in hell, bitch. I mean, he showed up. Maurice had a restraining order. He'd already committed a hate crime. I can't care either. But Sabrina gonna call the po-po. Oh, God, now Maurice got scared. He done actually killed him. And he's like, we got to go to the bank and check ourselves. What? Ooh, Outrageous Fortune was just so much better. Oh, Lord. So now we got the bank heifers shared vibrating sissy in bed with another woman. And she's like, what's wrong? I mean, this is bad, bad acting. What's wrong? What's wrong? Just horrible. And he's like, nothing. I mean, you know, clearly she didn't stimulate his prostate. That's what's wrong. Oh, it ain't working. He's like, let's try again. No. Well, you know, that's the thing. Like, you've got to tickle that prostate. She said, it's one of the girls at the table. No, it's that prostate. So he said it was my ex with the braids at the table. He go on and fess. Oh, God. So he said, well, she won't commit and she thinks I'm gay. Well, when you're sharing vibrators. She said, really? With you? Sissy boo? Oh, she said, now, Calvin, you know you on the spectrum. She said, I don't think it's you. I think it's her. It's been her. That's what she said. I don't want to commit. So, do you want him? She said you need to get out of my bed and go over there right now, because she gonna have a real man come over, quiet as it's kept. She just ain't gonna tell you that. She like, shit, the dick ain't even working. What the hell you here for? Get on! Get on! So he ain't gonna go to her house. He just gonna ask her to hold him. Oh, Lord, I ain't holding shit. Get on! He's like, remember when I was the little spoon? She's like, don't ever do that with her. You just told me, he needs a big spoon with a strap on. Ciao. Now we got Tacky Andy and somebody in her apartment. Lord, and it's Gary. He making himself a drink. You better get out the window. So she tell him go home. He say my ex-wife took my home. I thought she was dead. That acting was dead on arrival, so. Oh, goodness. I'm having the locks changed and giving you your money tomorrow. Why aren't you getting out the house tonight? You're an idiot. You still love me, right? Oh, Lord, now he choking her. Oh, Lord. This is so bad. He get her in a hug and oh, Lord, she done passed out. Tyler! Lord, across town, we got Fatima the Stallion seeing Zeke sleep at the house. Zeke, Zach, whoever. Zach's like, look, if I stay with you, I'm gonna mess this up. So I'm gonna just shower at the airport and sleep at the Heezy till I get my coin up. Good for you. Twatter Perry. Twatter. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna leave you alone. You have a good night. You ain't gotta walk me to my car. Now we got the big bone sissy rolling up to the bank, looking at this fool laid out. Maurice is like, kick him. Kick him. See if he living. She said, give me my phone. I gotta call the police. He handed her phone. He like, you could call a ride too when he peel off. A genuinely funny moment with Tyler, with Twatter. That's who he is now, Twatter Perry. Now we got Karen and Aaron in the bed and somebody calling Aaron. What? So apparently Gary is in Aaron's men's group and he's driving and he's like, I'm gonna do it. I can't hold on to this. What is he gonna do? So he says, you know, he was in the house with my Andy and the preacher's like, I know you loved Andy. And Karen's like, Andy? My Andy? He's like, I did something bad, but we won't find out until next episode. So it looks like Gary drove himself into a wall, and now we got to find out what happened to Andy.